that northward turn that I'm talking about is really becoming more and more evident in the data that we look at. In recent, let's say, 12 to 24 hours, has been the northward movement of the European center's ensemble tracks.
It's finally not hot, too. This kind of crappy. We gotta go home when it's not hot. Hang out for a minute.
We went to Oklahoma for July 4th thinking this was our last long weekend, that holiday weekend that we could have a chance to get up there and spend some time with James's parents. And so we did that. We were there for less than a day, and we've been watching the activity of Beryl and wondering if she's going to come to Texas or South Texas, Mexico border. It's been kind of all over the place, but consistently throughout the day today, the forecasts have showed it tracking further and further north. Kind of knew this was a possibility. We were watching and thinking, well, if it turns northward, then we can always just drive home and we'll move the boat if we need to. And so we had to kind of make a decision about what we were going to do with the boat. Were we going to stay in Galveston, or were we going to try and move further inland and avoid some of the issues we've had before where we get kind of stranded on the boat, not because of any like damage or anything, but just because the water gets really high and we have fixed docks there. So, you know, trying to get down from the boat when it's like 4 or 5 feet above the dock is difficult, and then getting the dog in and out is difficult. So I feel like it's just a better idea to move it to somewhere further up in Galveston Bay.
Speaking of dog, are y'all happy to be going back to the boat? Huh? Chewy.
We made an early start to get the boat fueled up and ready to head north to a marina with floating slips. So we'll do our final check, make sure everything is stowed down below. Liberty is stowed. Sunday morning, and everything weather-wise is pointing to landfall Monday morning really early. So we're expecting pretty like normal morning today, and then around noon the rain should start, and then by early hours on Monday morning, tomorrow morning, we should see the wind. So waiting to see, but we're all tied down, everything's stowed and as best we can. This view isn't so bad.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I'll be thinking about you guys. their boat.
Yeah, they've been walking around.
Yeah, Clemens, he's been through several hurricanes over at Sea Base.
Yeah,
He's
most
got a good guy over there.
everybody here seems like they're pretty well buttoned up.
I kind of wish this shrimper would have dropped his nets, but he tied them all up really good. And he's staying. This shrimper is staying on another shrimp boat just down the way in case something gets squirrely. And we're talking to each other on the radio if we need each other. And he's a real cool guy. So if something starts to get loose, we'll probably be out here with our headlamps on, putting a foot on something, you know?
Well, you better where you're at, though.
Oh, yeah, we just got through saying to, thank God we decided to move the boat here.
I think we're honestly like a little less protected from waves and wind, but we're on floating dock, so we're not.
You got floating docks.
Yeah, that kind of trumps it in my opinion.
And they got.
Sure does, and plus also because you said your bow's pointed into the waves.
Yep.
So anything coming at you, it's going to be minimal. It'd be horrible if you were beamed to the waves.
Right.
Yeah, that's how we were coming in here.
And also the wind, you'd be keeled over just bare poles.
Yeah.
That wind's going to be coming out of the east, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think so too.
That's what we did. The other storms, that's how it was. We were just sitting sideways
Oh, at
for
Legend
hours
Point.
on end. Yeah.
That was at Legend Point. It wake up every couple hours and go make sure our dock lines weren't pulling the dock apart because
And then other pieces of dock were floating by, and other boats were floating by.
Legend Point was terrible.
That was
I pulled a 12-foot board out of the water sitting around that little Beneteau. I think I'll set it up high on the upper deck. So
Yeah.
if the water does get up, it doesn't go floating.
It didn't go back out. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, y'all take care, and thank you for the info. I really appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Be safe.
We'll stay in touch. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Tonight, tropical storm conditions expected with hurricane conditions possible.
With nothing left to do but wait, we made a cocktail, played dominoes, and tried to get some sleep. And then the VHF alarms started rolling in.
In effect, and a tropical storm warning remains in effect for the following counties in Texas: Bolivar Peninsula, Chambers, and inland Galveston. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
Other shrimp boat down there all right? Can you kind of see it? Or I'm going to walk down there in about 20 minutes.
Everything looks fine on your boat, and everything's fine in here, man. Appreciate the checkup.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good to hear. Yeah.
Good to hear y'all's voices. You guys not been able to sleep any? Over.
I slept like a baby till my AC stopped working, and now I'm sweating.
Yeah, the power on the
Wow. Yeah, that's a little stouter. You okay, Liv?
It is fun. Is this fun? Sailboat life.
Recent?
Transformers are blowing.
Yeah. That's what I just saw. A big, it was like lightning green.
Yeah, transformer. That's what they just brought
I was
up.
about to say, it's that madman driving around. I guess it is a policeman.
It is.
I don't blame him. I don't think I'd want to drive out in this wind. Over.
Until 8:30 a.m. Central Daylight.
And this is when it really started to let loose. The prediction was that the worst of the storm would be over us between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. Monday morning. At about 5:30, we heard a loud bang and went out to investigate. One of our port side bow lines had snapped, and the bronze hawse pipe had popped off the side of the boat. That meant the bow had shifted slightly to the starboard, and instead of taking the wind head on, we were now being pushed more to the starboard side, putting extra strain on the remaining bow lines and us ever closer to the piling and the other boat on that side. We already had spare lines ready just in case, and we were glad we did. For about 30 minutes, crawling around to stay low to the dock and getting pelted with rain, we worked to alternately tighten each line, pulling against the wind to snug the boat up to the finger pier and get our bow pointing to wind again. Our hurricane buddies were on standby, and being able to share our adventures with each other as they unfolded was definitely a source of comfort.
It's already toast, babe. It's already, their sails already ripped to pieces. You probably can't see this on the GoPro, but there's fish flopping across the parking lot.
Shortly after getting into dry clothes, the wind direction switched and began to blow us hard into the finger pier. So James headed out again to adjust the fenders so we wouldn't be slamming into the dock as the waves rose and fell. By noon on Monday, Beryl had passed us by and was continuing on her path north, and we were able to get out and get a good look around. Several of the covered slips lost their roof, and the docks on the east side of the marina were underwater and completely destroyed. We fared well compared to many, and our hearts and prayers go out to those who suffered great losses. The Houston area will rebuild quickly, but it's a sobering reminder of how places like Carriacou, who were hardest hit, do not have the same resources available. With no electricity at home in Galveston and a 2-week estimate before power would be restored here, we saw no reason to wait any longer to head home.
Think that's that sea ray?
I think it might be. It's in the right spot.
It looks like a sea ray with that big bow.
Happy birthday!
It looks like does it say happy birthday?
Yeah, it says happy birthday. That sucks. Sucks a lot.
SVCoddiwomple research team risking the boat to get that out of the water.
Honestly, he's doing probably like 3 knots. It'll make it to shore pretty soon. the bridge a few times and nobody is answering. So, and there doesn't seem to be a train anywhere. So we had to pull out of the channel here and we're dropping anchor. Reverse!
And of course, as soon as we set the anchor, we got a response from the bridge and they let us through.
Yep, will do. Okay, 2 little bits of damage from the storm. We bumped up against the dock and chipped off that little section of teak, which we're actually planning to pull that off anyway, so probably not a big deal. This one is a little bit bigger deal. So the house pipe pulled off the outside and it basically made a new little nook for itself right there. It's kind of amazing the power, you think how strong that fiberglass is and how much it was pulling on it. So that is gonna need repair pretty soon.
After 4 days without AC, one of our friends came through with a generator. We thought our shore power cable would plug right into it, but it needed a little modification. Thanks for watching. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all of our adventures. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. Hey. Stubborn.